Hello everybody, how you doing today? So I wanted to discuss the new Transmog system that they've got set up now. Um, I'm I'm enjoying it so far. It's quite nice. Uh, my main problem that I have with it is I watched their preview video. I read the patch notes where it discussed the Transmog gear, and the what I'm having a problem with is the fact that at no point have I ever seen any clarification on the fact that the character that claims the item has to have the proficiency to use the item for it to be added to their transmog. I have a very serious problem with that, simply based on the fact that RNG plays a very significant and major role in your ability to be able to get certain items on certain things. Like, take for example the Obsidian Edge Blade. I've been farming this for months, literally months, on 8 different characters, and so far the only character I've been able to get it on is my rogue. And so now I can't even use the transmog for an item I already got, which is bind on pickup, simply because of the fact that my rogue can't use it. I would understand if it was bind on equip items, but simply bind on pickup items, if you get the item, it should automatically be put into your wardrobe. I find it absolutely ridiculous that there's no logic as far as I can see it. Maybe Blizzard has some idea for later down the road or something, or maybe Blizzard just wants to be like, now you got to work harder for your transmogs or something. I don't know. But when you add in RNG, I've gotten the Obsidian Edge Blade 4 times on my rogue. But on my warrior and my paladin and my death knight, I have not gotten it one time. Not one time in the history of farming Molten Core. And in 5 years, it took me 5 years to get one binding on any character. And I'm not going to complain about that. But I have never once gotten the Obsidian Edge Blade on this character. And so, sure, look at this as me complaining, because I am complaining. Aside from this issue, I love the new transmog system. But that one issue, to me, is a very major issue, because that means that essentially, even though I've farmed the item based on the character that I farmed it on, it's not an account-wide unlock of that item. And I don't like that. So, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Was I don't like the fact that it's not simply as so much as the fact that they implemented that restriction. It's the fact that they never said they implemented that restriction. I watched the preview video. At no point in the preview video did it say that it would only unlock for characters that can actually use the item. I read the patch notes. It did not say that in the patch notes. I've scoured looking for it. If anybody can link me to a quote from any Blizzard employee, any update or whatever about the transmog system where it says that they have to have the proficiency to use the item for it to unlock in your wardrobe, then please, by all means, send it to me and I will concede the point. But for now, this to me is a very, not a serious issue. It's not game changing by any means, but I was so excited because I got that Obsidian Age blade 7 months ago on my rogue, and it's been sitting there in my bag, and I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, while also farming Molten Core every week on all 3 of my characters that can use two-handed swords, and still nothing. And I've just been waiting so impatiently to be able to finally transmog my Obsidian Age Blade, just to have it not be able to be transmogged. simply based off of some stupid arbitrary restriction that was never even announced. I would be perfectly fine with it if they had announced it, but they didn't, as far as I know. That is what I have a problem with. That is what annoys me. That is what bothers me. They You would think that a company that makes literally billions of dollars a month off of its users would at least have the capability to clearly portray a very basic restriction on one of the most anticipated features in the entire history of the game. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's incredibly bothersome to me, though. And in case any of you are wondering, my two-handed laser swords is the very lightsaber. You get that from starting a Gnome Warrior and making it out of Gnome Orgon. So, anyway, you all have a good one. Sorry for bitching at you. Just, I'm incredibly bothered by some stuff that they put out with the Legion pre-patch. So, yeah. Hopefully they'll make the correction on, either the forums or whatever, and come out and say, like, yes, we added this feature, like, sorry that we didn't tell you. But yeah, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good one. Later.